everyone, welcome back to Teacher with Wings and welcome back to yet another video in our journey wherein I am trying to help you out with your GEPIWAT process. Now this is going to be equally helpful for anyone out there who is looking forward to take an admission in any of the MBA colleges this year or maybe in the future, because more or less the structure remains absolutely the same for all the colleges. Now since I am studying in one of the Symbiosis colleges, so I'm sharing my experience, and along with that I'm also trying to guide you through that what exactly you can look into or what exactly you can prepare yourself for making your interviews amazing, right? So I've already uploaded 2 videos in the same line. You can definitely go on to my channel and check them out. This is going to be the 3rd one in the sequence. Okay, so let's begin with what exactly we are going to do. Okay, now in the whole process, in this video, I am trying to share the picture which I was given while I was sitting for my own GEPIWAT process. Now obviously I did it like almost a year ago, so it's not very much clear in my memory, but whatever I can recall, I'll collect those pictures and I'll put it in the graph for all of you to have a look. Go through the picture, pause the video over here, go through the picture, try to form a story on your own. It will be more and more beneficial if you on your own try to form the story from the same, because there are 2 things. One is how do you perceive the story, and 2, when you are going to have the same story along with a group of like 7-8 more people. So in the entire process, the story should be impactful enough that the synergies of everyone in the group matches. So मैं अपना picture अभी share कर रही हूँ. Try to sit for about 5-7 minutes, pause the video here, and then try to think what exactly, if at all you are given the chance, would you be saying in the process of your own GEPIWAT process, right? Okay, considering that you have actually tried to abide by the instruction that I gave, now let me get into the process and see that, share that how exactly did I go through the same. So for us, the pictures were very different, obviously. Like we were given a chessboard, there was a piece of one of the cards, then there was a piece of an animal which was a horse, and then there was a graph in it, right? As a matter of fact, there is nothing in common which combines all 4 of these pictures, but we had to come up with a story, or we had to basically present the whole thing in such a way that all 4 of them have some or the other commonality. So first thing first, make sure that while you are discussing with your team, you are very clear with the instructions, because if you are not clear with that, trust me, in the process of discussion itself, your entire time will go away. So be clear on that. Have someone to keep a tab on the timing so that you are having ample of time to brainstorm, to structure, and then also to present. So now that we had these 4 pictures where there was a piece of card on one of the pictures, there was a chessboard on the other, there was a graph, and then there was a picture of an animal which was a horse, we tried to relate all of those pictures and we combined it to present the economy at that point of time. So I am someone who took the admission during the COVID pandemic, right? I took the admission in 2022. So at that point of time, all 4 of these pictures somewhere down the line had one commonality, that if we compare it to the economy, we will have something in common for sure, right? And that is absolutely how we decided we are going to go ahead with the story. Now that you have a very basic thin line of a thought process, how do you present your story? Now at this point of time, I'd like to give you some examples which might just help you out. In the market, there are so many products that are advertised, but not all the advertisements retain in your memory, right? 2 मिनट वाली मैगी, उसके advertisements हमें याद रहते हैं. You take the advertisements done by Blinkit, you remember it. You take the advertisements of, suppose say, Perk, you remember it, right? Why is it so? The reason is they have such an ad campaign wherein they are trying to connect with the emotions of the people, and just exactly that is going to work you out for this GEPIWAT process as well. Being an MBA student, 2 things are very important. One, your awareness, because that reflects your critical side of the thinking. And second, your presentation skills, because that reflects your creativity. So the criticality and the creativity are the two things you need to combine together to put across. Now sometimes what happens is, in the GEPIWAT process, since there are 7-8 people, there is a possibility that you may come across someone who's very bossy and you may not be able to express your points. Should you be bothered about that? The answer to that would be, it depends on you. You can be bothered, you cannot be bothered at the same point of time. If at all you really feel that someone has been bossing around so much that none of the other group members are getting a chance to present, trust me, this is an observation which not just you but also the interviewers have already taken into account, right? So in those cases, make sure that you have this kind of a attitude towards the person, wherein you are trying to softly make a pause and trying to present your inputs at the same point of time. If you give up totally, would that help you out? Absolutely not, because there are scores for this particular section as well. Though a lot of people can make up much better in their personal PI round, but apparently the amount of performance and the level of performance that you give in the group section is also equally important. So imagine a situation, you have a member who is just continuously speaking and you're not able to speak at all. What would you do? So maybe at that point of time, you can just politely raise your hand on the Zoom window and then intervene probably towards the end of the point of that person and say that, I would like to add on to my personal opinion to this particular thing, and then go ahead with it. Also, while you are speaking, make sure that if you see that there is someone else also in the group who has not been able to speak, please give that person also a little push to actually come forward and speak. It shows your leadership skill and also a skill that you are actually taking an acknowledgement of the other team member as well, right? तो हमने इन 4 very different pictures को combine करके इकोनॉमी के साथ में present किया था. अब देखो, जैसा कि मैंने आपको बोला, हमारे ग्रुप में इंस्ट्रक्शंस को समझने में थोड़ी सी दिक्कत हो गई थी, जिसकी वजह से बिफोर वी कुड इवन प्रेजेंट आवर स्टोरी आवर टाइम वाज आउट. बट हमने जो सोचा था वो ये था कि सम ऑफ द मेंबर्स इन दैट पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप वर फ्रॉम द लिटरेचर बैकग्राउंड, सो दे वर गिवन द टास्क टू बेसिकली स्टार्ट द स्टोरी. There were some people who were from the core finance background. They had a little bit of information about the graphs and the horse. They knew how they could attach those pictures to the economy. So that middle section was given to them. And then obviously there was a different section of picture who were from the engineering vertical. So they basically gave an end to it. How would you find out कि कौन किस background से है? So in the GEPIWAT process, it's not that the moment you join the meeting, your processes start. That doesn't happen in that way. So when you are given in that meeting room and when you're put in the meeting room, you actually have a good 15, 20, half an hour of time to basically interact with people. Most people take it as a moment of shutting down their video and not interacting at all. Now that is exactly where you are actually making a loss for yourself. So when you are having that time, make sure that you discuss with your group partners, try to analyze which background they come from, and then on the basis of their expertise, see if that particular expertise can add something to your further processes or not. I'm sure it's definitely going to be a very good addition in your process and you will be way more confident when it comes to your presentation, right? Okay, so one common thing that a lot of people come across is it important that we talk so much about data and statistics while we are presenting our story? The answer is there has to be a 50-50 balance between the two of them. So I'll give you an example. If I'm talking about only analytics and data and percentage, that this economy has gone to that level, that economy has sunk to this level, this, that and everything, probably I'll be very strong in the critical vertical, but I would equally be very weak in the creative vertical because the same piece of information I'm not really able to exercise or present in the right manner. So keep a balance between the two of them. That balance you can find out even within the group as well. The whole sole agenda of this particular exercise is just to see that how do you gel up with a group of people who are absolutely different. That's number one. Number two, how good are you on your creative and critical vertical? And number three, how good or bad is your communication skills? That is a key. every other thing you can learn, every other thing you can improvise in the process, even at this point of time. So in the second semester we have close to 17-18 subjects, and trust me, I did not study even one of them in my graduation. So does that make me feel like I am a dumpster over here, that I'm not able to cope up? The answer is no, because the subjects are new for almost everyone. So you can be taught, you can actually push yourself to perform over there, but your communication is something that you take with yourself as an asset. So even till now also, if you are really someone who needs improvisation in the same, do it. If you think that I can help you out in any other ways, give it to me in the comment section and I'll let you know. So again, do not forget the 3 rules that you have to follow. जो पिक्चर मैंने आपको दी है, उस पिक्चर को the moment you see, stop it and think on your own that what kind of story you would come across if you are given a similar kind of picture. Again, this picture is not exactly the same as what I got, because I got it like a year ago. I didn't really think that I'll be sharing this particular thing, but now I retain karti. So it's somewhere close to the same thing. So that's one. Number 2, keep a balance between your creative and critical world. You can't be very Shakespearean in your English and you don't know anything about what's happening in your country, and at the same way around, you can't be someone who knows everything happening around the world in terms of number, but you're not able to present it. And number 3, while you are presenting in your group, be very careful about making a space for you to speak, and at the same point of time, keep a check whether any of the other team members is there who's struggling to basically present. Because if you find someone doing the same, you can take the initiative to give that person a chance to go ahead. These things are noticed, and these things, they do give an extra edge to you when you finally sit down for your PIs. So that was it for today's video. Maybe tomorrow I'll be making another video and I'll be putting up. This will not be exactly a GEPIWAT process, but it will be about a loan process. And trust me, it is also equally important, because I had to go through a lot of experiences. The experience was absolutely like a graph. So I really have certain things which I'll share with you. It'll help you to keep yourself prepared for the future. That was it. I really hope it added some value to your life. If it did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like kar do, share kar do, and please leave your beautiful comments in the comment sections. I respond to all of them. I really feel very happy when I get to see that my videos are helping out someone. So don't forget the 3 rules, don't forget to practice on the picture, and stay tuned for the loan process video, which I'll be uploading very soon. That was it for today. Bye-bye. Have a great day and keep preparing. The exams are done. Now it's the process for the GD and PI, which will happen somewhere very time soon. So make sure that you're absolutely ready to nail it. Bye.